Hey guys, welcome back. I'm gonna paint the inside of the Space Encounters cabinet and the inside of the back doors. Tomorrow I'll flip the doors over and paint the outsides. Cabinet looks really good now that it's dry. I start recording and a fly attacks me. I swear to God. So yeah, it looks really good. So we're gonna use the Krylon latex paint. This is just for the inside and the back of the cabinet, and I'm going to roll one coat on the top of the cabinet. This is not going anywhere else other than that. I have about a half a quart left, so hopefully I have enough left to knock this out. First thing I want to do is put a coat on the back of one of the doors so that that can dry for a little bit. Probably going to have to pick up another quart tomorrow. You know what, I was at Lowe's today too. Now the shop is just crammed right now with stuff. I've got the Impala in here right now and everything. And yes, it's getting stripped down to bare metal, the whole car. Kind of fighting a stupid cold. I very, very rarely get sick. And I picked up a cold somehow. But it is what it is. Life goes on, right? Can't lay around, just makes you feel worse. At least me. Now, I don't know if I can get away with just one coat of black on the inside of this or not. See how it looks in a little bit here. I still have to do the other back door. I only have one stand in here right now, so I'm gonna put a coat on this, and then while this is drying for a little bit, I'm gonna work on the inside of the cabinet. And then I could take this off the stand. I think one coat would probably be enough. Got to get this thing in the basement tomorrow. I'm only working a couple hours in the morning. Then I'm gonna come home and get this thing into the basement and work on the Impala, and then I think I want to do the monitor, change those B plus caps and stuff on the monitor for Tempest. This fly really likes this paint. He keeps like wanting to land in it. Go ahead, buddy. You'll be even blacker. I am starting on a Robotron cabinet later this week, or the weekend probably, for the guy in Michigan. We need to strip the paint off of it and see if we can salvage the original artwork, which I'm hoping to be able to. And we have to rebuild the whole bottom couple inches of the cabinet because it is screwed up. So we're gonna rebuild the bottom of the cabinet, but first I wanna strip the paint off the cabinet. So we're gonna be using the isopropyl alcohol and saran wrap and paper towel technique to get the paint off the cabinet. I don't know what kind of paint's on it. The reason why I'm starting with the Robotron cabinet is it's in worse shape than the Sinistar cabinet, and it is already in the spray booth. So, might as well do what's in the spray booth first. It's sitting back here in the very back. It's that that pool game right there. So that is going to come out here this weekend. We're lay it on its side and try to get both sides stripped down. And then we'll start the process of fixing the plywood bottom. We're probably going to make a whole new bottom and then a couple inches up on each side because it's got to be really nice. And like I said, I'm really, really hoping that I can save the original artwork and touch it up. Do is the bottom of this cabinet more than likely is going to need 2 coats of paint. So I'm going to put the first coat on the bottom, and then all the rest of the cabinet is just going to get one light coat because that's all it needs. It's already black and it's actually in good shape. since I cleaned it with bleach and everything, it actually cleaned up really nice. I had a paintbrush here. Probably should have sit on the floor here and do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut it in for around here, get this block and everything painted, and then I'll roll it. So that's what I'm going to work on now. I have barely any room in here, and it's dark outside, and it's kind of cold, so I'm going to leave the door shut for tonight. I got the tripod at its full height. I'm gonna do the top of that cabinet now. Almost out of paint. I got enough to do the top and the inside of the other door, back door, I think. The reason why I didn't spray this up here is it's particle board and it's a little, it's textured pretty good, so spraying it probably wouldn't have looked so well. Or looked so good, rather. But we pretty much have this cabinet completely sealed back up, and it should last a long, long time. From where it came to what it looks like now is a huge difference. Inside those little finger holes. Let me know if you guys are excited about me seeing Robotron get redone and hopefully save the artwork. Now, somebody had messaged me and said, hey, can you do a close-up video of when you tape off surfaces that are, you know, round and stuff like that? So I got to make sure that I zoom in to show how I run the tape around the edges of stuff that is not square. Obviously, square edges are a lot easier to do than rounded ones. All right, put a coat on this. Yep, there's every single piece of this wood in this cabinet is going to be sealed with paint except for the bottom. And it's plywood, I'm not worried about it. wherever this cabinet sat for however long it did, supposedly came out of a barn. It could have been sitting out there for 20 years, you know. Tomorrow I'll paint the other sides of these and put them outside in the sun. That I'll just do off camera. You guys get the idea. It's kind of a boring video, but you know what? This stuff's got to get done. You know, you got to do it. You want your stuff to last, you got to coat it, and this is just part of it. The boring stuff goes along with the fun stuff. Three-day weekend coming up. I'm gonna try to get a lot of stuff done on these cars in the shop this weekend, this pickup truck and this 59 Impala. If you're wondering why there are no videos on the 59 Impala, the person who is buying the car from my buddy requested not to make videos on it. So I can't make videos on it. I will probably do a video when it's done, just to do a walk around. But as far as the car itself, he just doesn't want any videos. So you have to respect that. Nothing I can do about it. I'm not mad or anything like that. But I do have another 59 hardtop in the back building that's going to be coming in here as soon as this one's out of here in the next 2 weeks, I'm hoping. So I will be doing full videos on that. And if any of you guys watch that channel, I'm going to be doing more than likely an LS swap on that. So it's going to be getting a new LS motor in a 59 Impala hardtop. First time ever doing it. I've never done it before. There's a guy local who does it all the time. Street Machinery in Euclid, Ohio. It's like one of the main things that he does. And he said he'd walk me through it. So hopefully it won't be too bad. But we'll see what happens. I'm confident I can hook it all up and everything, obviously. It's no different than any other motor. It's just the fact of getting it running and stuff. But in theory, it should be, the computer should be tuned and ready to go. Me personally, I am not into putting new motors in old cars, but that's my personal opinion. That's not, there's nothing wrong with it, just put it that way. Would it be nice to just have a motor that, old car that just starts and runs like a new car? Yeah, but you know what? To me, it takes the thrill away from it, okay? It's like, you want that feeling of the old carbureted motor and having to warm it up and the way it runs, and that's to me, that's the appeal of owning an old car. But once again, my opinion versus, you know, other people's opinion. There's nothing wrong with it either way. It's just what I prefer. Same thing with arcade games. Me personally, I'm not into fighting games. Does that mean fighting games suck? No. It's just not my cup of tea. You know, I'm not a button smasher. I don't want to just keep doing the same thing over and over. I want to try to beat high scores and stuff like that. That to me is fun. So we have the coat of paint on the inside. Let me clean up real quick. All right, so I did where the coin box goes. All inside there. Obviously it's different colors right now because it's drying. Some spots are drier than others, but looks really good. Nobody would ever know. Really, I mean, how would you know? If I didn't video it, you wouldn't know. I mean, look at the sides here because I body worked them. Can't even see where the seam is. So, I think this is part 6. A boring video tonight, but hey, like I said, we got to get this stuff done. And it's just the nature of it. So, tomorrow, this can go in the basement. and I'll get the doors flipped over and painted, and those can go in the basement as well. And then tomorrow's video, I want to see if we can fix that little bit of shake in the Tempest monitor. Clearly you can't really see it on the video, but somebody messaged me and said, hey, clean the pots too. That could also be an issue on the monitor, which it very well could be. Didn't even think of that. So maybe we'll twist those back and forth a bunch of times and stuff like that. And then we'll replace the two big, B plus capacitors and see if it helps. I'm not gonna turn the monitor on. It's been off for a week or two now, probably 2 weeks. All the charge is discharged out of it. They say that you're supposed to discharge a vector monitor differently than you would a raster monitor, so I don't have one of those tools to do that. So by just leaving it off for a couple of weeks, that discharges it enough to not have to worry about that. But yeah, that's where we're at. I missed a little spot in there, little bracket. I'll get that tomorrow when I hit the back doors. I gotta get another quart of paint. But so I wanna see if I can get Tempest wrapped up, put together and done. And then I wanna get Space Duel finished up. So I would like to be working on Space Duel and Robotron at the same time. Once I get Robotron done, I want to get Sinistar done. I'm waiting for Arcade Shop to get more of the Williams multi-boards in because I need 2 of them. We're going to put one in Robotron and one in Sinistar. Does anybody have a Sinistar joystick? I had a second one. I gave it to Arcade Jason because he needed one. Now all of a sudden I need one. So I'm looking for one of those if you know anybody that has one. I haven't had any luck finding one yet. Try and think, and I'm just going to use JAMA harnesses obviously in both of those cabinets, and the guy who's buying those cabinets is totally fine with the Williams multi-board with the JAMA harness. He wants reliability and he wants original cabinets, so he's getting original real Robotron and Sinistar cabinets, and they're going to play just like the multi-Williams board, in my opinion, is awesome. They did a really good job on it, and I don't know that you can tell the difference between gameplay between the two, to be honest with you. But instead of going through the route of trying to find a board set for Robotron, a board set for Sinistar, by the time we find 2 board sets, it's going to be over $1,000. Are they going to work? Probably not. Are they going to break down on them? Probably. And then we got to find wiring harnesses. So it's going to be like $1,500, $1,800 for 2 board sets with wiring harnesses. It's just not worth it. Not for... He wants reliability, and he doesn't work on the boards and stuff like that, so it would just be an ass ache to him to, have to deal with that. Now, obviously, the Journey is all original that I sold him, but that's a whole different situation. I don't know that you can even mimic the Journey like that, you know what I mean? But that's pretty much it, guys. I'm happy with the way this looks. I'm going to get a hold of Jason, see if I can't get out there to see if we can get one of these monitors working. I just haven't had the time. I've been real busy. I need to get this car done in the next couple weeks so that I can get the next one in here. And I also need to get this truck out of here. It's time. It's got to leave. I need to sand the doors down, get them painted, and then start putting this thing together and get it out of here. It's been long enough. So that's it for tonight, guys. Like I said, just a quick video. I'm going to fast forward most of the painting part because it's boring. And that stripe worked out good, being 1.5 inches at the bottom. I think that looks correct from what I could see online. It's hard to see pictures online, but I think that looks pretty damn correct. So, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Any questions or comments, feel free to ask. Other than that, I'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good night.